Hello, boys and girls. I just wanted to take a minute to explain our social studies assignments to see if this helps you guys out at all. So, the very first thing that you have assigned to you is here on the left, and this is your Module 1, Lesson 2 workbook pages. You complete these in Kami, and I know you've been doing that and you have a great understanding. I'm not sure if you realize though that when you do things in Kami, I'm just going to show you real quick, you can actually have text read to you to help you out. And it would just, you click where you want to be, and then you would click your text to speech. So text to speech and click, and as you see, it's starting to highlight and it actually will read it to you. Okay, so that's the first thing that I wanted to show you. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about are these little this gray box here that you see on the page. This box here is what you need to complete this page on your guided notes. So this is your guided notes for this unit, and we'll get into these in a little bit more detail momentarily. But right now, I just want you to look at the second slide that you have. You have the words geography, landforms, climate, environment, region, and resources. So whether you have the text read to you or you just read on your own, you need to copy the definitions from here onto your guided notes. That's the easiest way to do this part. Okay? As far as for answering the questions on your workbook pages, again, one of the best things you can use if you're having trouble reading them is use the text to speech. But a little clue or hint that I can give you or a strategy that you can use is when you read a question, such as this one, what subject helps historian understand where events took place? You want to look for some of the words in the question, well, some or all of the words in the question in the text. You just need to kind of scan the text, and sometimes it doesn't give you all the words or exactly the words, but a lot of times you can find a good chunk of them. For example, where events took place and where events took place. So probably a good place to look to find your answer for your question would be right around where you see where events took place. Okay? Now, the next thing I want to talk about on the workbook pages is this last page usually has a little bit more detail or work for you to do. This one is pretty straightforward, and you're just going to write the definitions of the words. And Miss Gust gave you the suggestion to use the key terms and people box on the first page. So again, you're just going to copy what is in this gray box. So before you do page 3, I would suggest copying these definitions into your guided notes and then go down to your guided notes, page 3, and you can then copy from your second slide in your guided notes. Okay? Now, to complete your guided notes, you are going to need to go into your class link, and you want to find the Ed by HMH link. It's the smiley face. Miss Gus gives you some great directions on how to locate that on page 3 of your Google Slides for your guided notes. Once you click the ed, it's going to ask you to sign in most likely with your Gmail. So just click your Gmail and then it will take you to our online textbook. So what you want to click is this Discover tab right here. And then the modules are going to come up. So module 1, module 2, module 3, 4, and so on. We are working in module 1. So if you click module 1, you get the yellow box around it and you get this little arrow. So now it's telling you, okay, here's what you can click on for module 1. You guys want to use the student ebook. So this opens up our module 1. And each of these is a page that you can read or listen to information on. This again does read the text to you, which is very helpful. But we want to look for lesson 2. So I'm going to click this arrow over. And as you see here, here's lesson 1. So I'm going to just continue to click over until I see lesson 2 at the top. And here it is, lesson 2. So now I'm ready to start my guided notes. So let's go to page 4 of the guided notes. On this first page of guided notes, there is no blue box for you to fill anything in. But if you look, the big idea, physical geography and human geography contribute to the study of history. Physical geography and human geography contribute to the study of history. So you're just looking and scanning and listening for the words that you're finding on your Google slide. The next section is main idea. So those main ideas are not listed right here. And as you can see, I can't scroll anymore. So that tells me I now need to arrow over. And here's our main idea. Main idea. And the very first thing, geography is the study of places and people. And right here in the textbook, underneath the subheading, main idea, I have geography is the study of places and people. The next one, studying location is important to both physical and human geography. So we would scroll down and that key idea or main idea is in here somewhere. So you want to keep looking for these little subheadings that you have from your guided notes into your textbook. So let's go to slide 5. This is where you're actually going to start filling information in. So the very first one is studying places and people. Main idea 1. So I want to go back up here and I want this main idea because here it's stating geography is the study of blank and people. Well, if I look over here, geography is the study of what and people. So you get your word that goes into that box. The next one, geography includes the study of both blank and blank features. So I'm going to look down and I want to find where it's talking about what it includes. So I would be reading this or listening to it by playing the audio, but I see here geography is the study, geography, study of the Earth's blank and blank features. There's that key word. So again, you're not going to find everything word for word from the guided notes into the textbook. It's a little bit different, but you want to look for some of the key words so you can match them up. And you're going to go through until you're done. And again, you're just going to keep looking for those subheadings. So the next one is physical geography. And if you look in your textbook, the next one is physical geography. So we're going to look for the sentence, landforms are the blank features of the land surface. So you want to read or listen to what this is and find the word that goes into that blank. Now on slide 6 here, there was a problem with this slide. So if you click on this slide, the whole thing becomes a box. You need to, I can't do it in the mode that I'm in right now, but you can actually eliminate the box that has, see how now there's a blue box? And if I get my plus on my arrows, if I drag it off, I can now type in my boxes. Okay, the same thing is going to happen on slide 9. This image is over our text. So when we go to try and type on those lines where we have our little blue boxes, it's not going to allow us to. So just move your cursor till you get like a plus sign or a compass sign, and you're just going to drag it right off. Okay? So you're going to go through your entire unit this way, or lesson for this module, until you're done. They are not due the very next day when they're assigned. You have a few days to work on them, but you want to make sure that you are going back and forth between your textbook and your guided notes.